What's going on, my good people? I ain't done a video in a while. Just jumping back on, man. I wanted to do a video, man, because a lot of people don't like talking about God. A lot of people don't like talking about the Bible. So I said, okay, what can I do to help people spiritually to help them get to this next level, not the level that they're at where people feel stuck. And so this spiritual lesson is going to be identity. What is your identity tied to? It's a lot of people that their identity is tied to something that is not them. It's not them. You're tied to an identity, and this identity has made you into who you are. But the identity is not you. It's a couple of things that people use as an identity, but when the true pains of life and the pains of trauma and things happen in people's lives, you find out that that's not who them people are. You find out that them people was masking their identity with something else. And so I'm going to just speak on a couple of things that are identity things that people put in place of who they are. And when they lose that thing, they don't know who they are anymore. It's some people that use money for their identity. This happens a lot with men, and it's starting to happen with women as well, where they'll put money as their identity, and they'll start talking. The money will start making them talk like they are somebody high when really their identity is down low. Some of these people, without money, you wouldn't even know who they were. They wouldn't even say a word. They would be quiet as a what? Church house mouse. If them people did not have no money. Without money, they have no real identity. The money is who they are. Without the money, you couldn't even pick them people out of lineup. You wouldn't. You wouldn't be fascinated by these people. They would just be regular Joes on the street if they didn't have money. Another thing that people have always used for their identity, to identify, to make themselves feel that like they're better than the next man, is their job. And men have always typically used this thing to like say that, well, I'm better because I work here. I'm esteemed because I'm this person. Like, I remember my wife, we used to talk early in the days, and she told me one dude that she met, he was talking to her at a bar, and he slid his keys over and said, oh yeah, I got a boat. So his identity is tied to his money. His identity is tied to the things that he has. Who are you? If you don't have any of those things, who are you? It's some people that use their job. Their job hoists them up to this level where they think that they're better because of the job. But when they lose the job, these people be quiet as a church house mouse. You can't get them to talk because their identity is tied to their job. Once they lose the job and they lose the money, they don't know who the hell they are. I'd have been high and I'd have been low. At both levels, I was still the same person. Never too high, never too low. We right in the middle. I'm still the same person. I don't think that I'm better than a woman because I got more money than her. I don't. I know that woman might have some wisdom that can get me to the next level. So if I use my money and I use my prestige that I have on a job to think that I'm better than her, well, when she get onto her feet or we get onto equal footing, she gonna treat me the same way. Or maybe when she get up above me, because we going to the time of women, when she get above me, she's gonna remember how I treated her when she didn't have it all. Like, some people use their degree. They think that their degree makes them smarter than others. And I used to encounter this when I did not have a degree. When I had no degree, it was certain conversations I would be talking about things that I knew from life experience, and somebody would be with a degree, like, well, you don't even have a degree. How you speaking on this issue? And I say, okay, let me get a degree so I can start talking to dumb people. And so I got the degree. I didn't even care about the degree. For the longest, I never even hung my degree up. It was sitting behind a couch. That's how much I cared about that degree. But my thing was, I got the degree so I could shut stupid people up. And I was telling some youngsters the other day, I said, I started reading this Bible because I noticed it was Bible thumpers that hadn't even read it. And so when I start reading this Bible, start really getting into it, some people's identity was attached to the fact that they thought they were smarter biblically than me. But now that we're on equal footing, you see them people really stupid as hell. And now you see that their identity is tied to something that makes them think that they're better. You are not better because you done read the Bible. If you don't walk it, you're only talking it. You ain't got no walk behind you. And so when I read these words, I say it's a walk that got to go through it. It's the living Bible. You can't just read it and say, well, I done read it and I know how to do it. And now I can just talk down to people because I can just hit them with a scripture for everything that I don't like that they do. But when they hit me with something, like I usually do, I throw that Bible right back in their face. Well, let's go here. I see you doing something that's out of character from what you're saying in this here Bible. Because you know that what I know is people's identity be tied to stuff. When I went to college, it was another subset of people that thought they was better because they was in a fraternity or a sorority. I was like, oh, I ain't want to join a fraternity or sorority. It just wasn't my thing. After I got hazed in the military, I was like, it ain't no way. When I went to college, I was about 22 years old. So it wasn't no way I was going to let old dorky ass 19-year-old haze me again. Get out of here. You goofy. So I was like, no, I don't want to be in no fraternity or no fraternity. But I would see certain people, not everybody, man. I met a lot of great people that was in fraternities, but some people used it like they was better. And I'm like, okay, you in a fraternity, you're in a sorority, you're not better. You just might know something that's a little bit different than what I know. We might have learned some knowledge. We might have came into some knowledge, but we might have came into it two different ways. It's a lot of things that people's identities are tied to, and they don't even know it. But when people are stripped of everything and they just got to go face God for who they are, then most people don't even know who they are because their identity is tied to a thing. Like it's a lot of people that get fame. You know, they try to get Jesus fame. Devil was like, well, let me give you fame. I ain't gonna give you no money, but let me give you some fame. So a lot of people use the fame. This is what happens with a lot of rappers. Rappers be saying stuff like, man, nobody really care about me. All you rap about is money. So, of course, only people there's people that's trying to get in your pockets. You say you got it. I want to get in your pockets to see if you really got it, because that's what your identity is tied to. Like I was talking to my boy Chris Beasley, and we speak very candidly about these things. Like, as most dudes, they trick a woman with a gold chain. The gold chain is your identity. So the woman identified with you where she done found you at. Your identity was with the gold chain. So you tricked her with the gold chain, but when she coming to check for you, who you are, there's nothing there. You empty. You hollow. You hollow. She probably push you over with her hand. Because your identity is tied to jewelry. The jewelry that you wear, man, well, my jewelry expensive, my clothes expensive. Your clothes expensive, but your personality is poor. I don't give a damn what you wearing. You can wear, hey man, I remember I used to go to the Fundy and hoop, and it'd be somebody up in there with $1,000 worth of clothes and $15 worth of game. You can't hoop, but you look like you can. I'm tall, but I can't hoop. But if my identity was tied to looking like some people, they know how to look good because their identity is tied to looking good, but it's nothing there. They hollow. It's nothing else. They just spend all their time trying to look good. There's no personality there. You be talking to these people, you like, I can't wait till I get up out of your face. I cannot wait. The whole time in my mind, I'd be like, boy, I can't wait till I get out of your face. I don't want to talk to you no longer. But since I'm a good person, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to listen to you. I'm going to hear you out. But I know ain't nothing to you. I done dated a lot of women in my life. I had a homeboy who was like, man, he was like, this is back when I was single. He was like, man, every woman that I add as a friend, you already a friend. I was like, I dated a lot. I was looking for what I liked. But I found what I liked and what I did not like. If a woman focused on vanity all day, I was out. Because I remember I had to wait 3 hours for this woman to get ready, and she showed up some shorts and a crop top. And I was like, yep, I'm out. I'm out because our identity is tied to looking good and being late, fashionably late. If you're fashionably late, I'm gonna get fashionably up out your face. But what you see is a lot of people identity is tied to a lot of stuff that's extremely superficial. It's nothing there. It's hollow. It's hollow. Sleepy hollow. And you see this. And so when I be talking to people about spiritual concepts, I say it's great to be beautiful. I told my daughter this the other day. She was doing some type of video trying to look pretty. I said, your mama and your daddy did 100% of the pretty work for you. You ain't even got to work hard to be pretty. So focus on building skills, womanly skills. I be teaching her stuff around the house and she be, and I be like, hi, okay. Okay, these are basic skills. What y'all don't know is what I was telling my daughter. I said, you 13. I said in 2020, President Biden put in a law that said a boy that felt like a girl can go and get a sex change for the free. So it's gonna be little girls that's competing with boys that in turn to girls. And these boys that in turn to girls, they really want to be a woman. So they learning these skills. They learning the hell out of these skills, these womanly skills, these Stepford wife skills that women are just throwing away. I don't need to do that because I got a vagina. Okay. Remember, sex gonna get old. Men eat every day. You gotta eat every day. Men do not want to have sex every day. Always remember that. So when I'm teaching my daughter how to build skills, inside the house skills, this is basic work. I said this is basic. This is ground level stuff. Cleaning up a house, washing clothes, learning how to fold clothes appropriately, learning how to wash dishes, learning how to clean a kitchen effectively, learning how to clean a bathroom. These are basic skills. But they're so basic that a lot of people don't know how to do them. They say, I'm going to skip all these steps and I'm going to just go to being this. And their identity be tied to money and being smart. Well, go ahead and be smart. But when you don't have these skills and you looking for a husband looking for you to know how to do this stuff. I'm sweating because it's hot. You give me some wipes so I can wipe my face. We're talking about identity today, people. Something that is tied to you. You personally, you are uniquely made. If you understand and you know the God that I know, God know every hair on your head. You are uniquely made. It's something about you that ain't nobody else in this world got. But when you tie your identity to a job, some money, a fraternity, sorority, fame, like some of these people be having these characters that they name themselves before they become famous, and they identity be tied to that name. And people say they real name. People don't even know who the real name is. But that's who the real person is. Your name might be Denzel Washington, but at home, his wife know a different Denzel. You be like, oh, Denzel. His wife meet a different Denzel at home. LeBron James' wife know a different LeBron James at home. He's a real LeBron James at home. You got to be LeBron James at home. The LeBron James from Akron. You got to be that way at home. But if your identity is tied to fame or anything else that's superficial, it will fall. I can guarantee you that. Most men that I be counseling, they got money, but they can't get a woman that respect them from a mile away. They can't get a woman to respect them at all. You're like, man, you're trying to be crazy, man. I done made all this money, blah, 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 and I can't get her to respect me. Do you show respect? When y'all was at the ground level and y'all was, how did you treat her then? When you got your fame, how did you treat her? Oh, okay. So now that she done got on equal footing with you and she not treating you the way, she treating you the way that you treated her, you don't like it. Like I did a video on honor. I said, man, if you don't honor your wife, and you want her to honor you, that's foolish. That's foolish. That's one-sided. You gonna honor me, But I don't have to honor you in these streets. I'm going to drag your name. I'm going to sleep with everybody, and I'm going to make a fool of you. It's going to be women laughing at you because I don't show no honor towards you when I leave your face. And I say you ask for honor, but you're not even an honorable person because your identity is tied to something that's superficial. Whew. Man, I can go all day on this one. I can get up all day with this one. But what I be seeing is a lot of people that are tied to superficial things, and they think these things make them better than someone else. It's women that be getting degrees and they be super smart and they be getting outsmarted by street bums. Street bums. They be like, well, he didn't even have no money. But he outsmarted you. Why he outsmart you? How could he do that? Because personality-wise, y'all was the same damn person. That's how. Money don't make you smart. Degrees don't make you smart. I done went to college with a bunch of smart, dumbass people. They might be smart at school, but you're not smart at dating. But if you tie your identity to the smartness of, I'm smarter than that, you can outsmart everybody and then get outsmarted by a street bum because your personality and their personality is the exact same. You might have got all of this stuff that makes you look better and feel better on the outside, but them people personality-wise on the same level as you. So when I be talking about identity, man, I be talking about real stuff, not really superficial. Nothing earthbound. When you leave this earth suit, you gonna leave this earth. Your soul gonna leave this earth with all this earthbound. Your degrees don't be behind you. When you 60, 90 years old, do you want your degrees behind you or do you want your kids behind you? The degrees are not going to be at the hospital. Like, bring my degrees to the hospital. Don't nobody give a damn about that at the end of their life. It don't. Because it's not the true identity of who you are as a person. But let me get up out of here, man. I done wasted enough of y'all time. Y'all have a good one.